Alright guys, so I just wanted to make this quick video so that you guys can see where we are as the investors into Unity and directors. And yeah, I just want to take you through the installation process and just share a little bit of what it looks like and the functions that it actually has at the moment. So we haven't installed it on Google Play because we have not created the final release version, so we're sharing it on Google Drive at the moment, and this is how we will share it with all the beta testers going forward. Okay, so I just need to go to shared with me, and at the bottom here there's a folder called Unity. I click on there, and inside here we've got two folders. The one is release notes, which tells us about each version and the change that have been made for auditing purposes. I'm just going to go into the app side, and there you can see the first version at the top there, and then at the bottom here 1.15. so let's go ahead and actually install that APK. That's the generic extension for apps. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and install that, and it's busy installing. So while this is happening, I have installed a version on Jade's phone, and I want to show you how we actually transfer information from one phone to another. But let's just get this version done here. Okay, so that's busy launching right now. It's going to ask me for a couple permissions to allow to access, and what's actually happened, I'm just going to log in here, is Unity has now become the default dialer. Okay, so yeah, I know you can see the password when I type it in there, but it's just a temporary password for this, so it's just going to be visible to you guys for now. So as you can see, this is Unity itself. What I want to do is I'm just going to exit the program just so you guys can see when it launches. I'm just going to go find it. There we go. Move it to an area on the phone that so there we go. Alright, so now that's it installed as a user. You hit Unity and it launches, logs in. Very wireframe version of the app, so it's not going to look pretty. We're in the process of actually making it look nice. What we're doing now is we're more concentrating on the actual functionality and that all the mechanics and everything work. Once that's done, in the next week or two we'll start making it look nice. Okay, so as you can see, there's my contact list on the left there, and I've got recent on the right. If I go back to on the left there, I can go through, and I've created 3 profiles there which I've scanned in. The system's done that for me, and each person has their QR code, which is the ones that I actually scanned at the time when we did the transfer of details. And under this option you can either email the person, text them, or call them. Right, you can also go at the top here and go and edit and create an alias for each person. So you're not adjusting their profile, you're adjusting the name that sits on your phone under your database. Alright, and then at the bottom here we've got the dial button, and then we've got profile, and then we've got messaging. And if I go to profile, that is all my information which has been masked off, and then I've got the option to share that profile if I like. I've also created 2 other profiles at the bottom here, which is private and business. So if I want to share this profile to a private person and it's a family member, I can do that. If I want to share a business profile, then I select the business one, and that'll be my business one. And then obviously when I click share, it creates a QR code. Now with this QR code, if the bottom right hand corner there's a refresh button here, if I press that you'll actually see that the pattern refreshes. And the reason we've done that is so that it's just to show you that every time the QR code is scanned, it actually changes on the fly and a new one is generated from the database. Alright, so why did I exit there? Okay, alright, there we go. So what I want to do is I'm going to try and do this with this app, or this recording software, where I can actually exit out of here. Well, first of all, I need to go and say I want to add new contact. Now you can see at the bottom here it's got Jade Black, and she's already in there, but it's red. It means that I've created the contact, but then I deleted it. And I'll show you on Jade's phone now through the camera. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Alright, there's Jade's phone there. If I hit Unity and it launches, let me just put this better. It'll show you, you know, that Ian Black exists, but actually it's not going to allow me to do anything, and I can dial the number. Alright, to do is let me just push it. A request. Sorry, man, it's quite hard to do this with just one finger. She can send off a request, or she's already done. That's in red. But if I wanted to add her, I would then go to that share profile option there. I would go private, and then I'd go share profile. And now it's displaying the QR code. So now what I need to do is just go back to Unity. Let me just exit here. Alright, go back to Unity, and I go and I press the plus button, and it says it wants to allow me to actually access the camera. And there we go, there's the QR code scanner that's built into Unity. And now if I bring that down onto her profile, it's going to add it, and it'll take it from red to green. So let me just, you'll see that now. Let me just bring that down, and there we go. Now it's asking me, would I like to share a profile, and which one? So I'm going to go private because I'm not doing business with Jade, and I go share. What's that going to do is it's going to say a link has been created with Jade. I press OK, and now you'll see her name's gone from red to black, which means I can essentially give her a call. And if I give her a call, it goes through.
You have a trial account. You can remove this message at any time by upgrading to a full account. Press any key to execute your code.
Okay, so I've just got to press a key, and then it dials through. And that's actually dialing through to her now. On her phone's actually ringing right now. I'm just going to cancel the call because we're not going to be able to hear or see. Let me just have a look here. Maybe I can answer it. We're not going to be able to pick that up at the moment. Okay, let me just stop there. Turn that off. Her phone was ringing, but she's getting other messages on it. So yeah, it's quite difficult to do a simulation of this on video. It's a lot better when we're actually together. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to show you guys. And the other thing is, I also want to just show you that when I just want to go through to the camera again, so you guys can actually see here. So on Jade's phone right now, if you go underneath there, she has one contact. So what's going to happen is I'm sitting on her phone, and it's a contact. You know, she's upset with me, or I've given her an issue or whatever, and she wants to delete me as a contact. So she clicks on it and she says go delete, and she says, okay, are you sure? The system says yes. You go delete, and now it's gone red. All right, and what's that done is it's actually told the database you no longer want to. And if I go out of my camera now, and I go back into Unity, and I go back, you'll see that her number's gone red there, and I can no longer call her anymore. I can press dial, nothing's going to happen. I'm pressing it now, and I've received the notification at the top there saying Jade removed you. Jade has removed you from their contact list. You can send a request to try and relink with Jade. So yeah, I mean, what we've done is we've essentially allowed 3 requests. After that, you can't request it anymore, because after that it becomes an issue, and you have to meet up with the actual person to actually get their number again. Third-party sharing, we've already done as well. Works on the same principle. I don't have another Android phone with me, but if Jay tried to share my information with somebody else, say, you know, Keegan or whatever the case may be, I would then get a notification at the top here saying that Jade has shared the information with Keegan, Do I allow it? And if I say yes, then I will get key information to my phone, but I haven't actually been with him. So we're creating a situation where there will never be a time that, or a situation that exists that somebody else has your number and you don't have theirs. And yeah, so I'll just quickly show you now. I'm going to send a request from here to Jade, because I'm like, well, maybe she deleted my number by mistake. You know, all these others I can call. So I'm gonna send that request through, and I'm going to quickly a request has been sent to Jade, as it said there, and I just want to swap over to camera here, and you'll see, oh, she just got a new notification. And there it says there, Ian sent a link request. Ian requested to connect with you once again. Please to reject the request. If I reject it, then it just says, are you sure you want to reject it? Boom. And then what happens is, if I go back to Unity, it's going to tell me. All right, so we haven't put a notification on that side yet. So let me do that request again and actually accept it, so that we actually can make contact with Jade. Yes, I want to send a request. Okay, let me go back to the camera. Sorry guys, it's quite hard to try and do this with the phone and the screen. Okay, so there's a new request there. I'm going to click, and what I'm going to do is this time I'm just going to accept it. It reminds you again, are you sure? Because this could be somebody who's bullying you on cyber, or someone who's hassling you on the phone that you don't want to talk to. So it's just double checking with you. You go accept, and it says send link request was accepted by Ian, and you can just then remove that because it's just a notification. Flush it out, go back, and now you can see Ian's gone from red to black, which means that now Jake can contact me. And if she calls me, and as you can see there, that number that comes up as part of Truecaller, and it's because the app's installed on the phone, but it's not my number. It's a random number, so you could write that down at the moment, and you wouldn't be able to call me. This Truecaller stuff is such a mess. Anyway, so there we go, guys. I just want to show you. All right, so now there we go, and I should be able to go. All right, so as you can see now, I can actually make a call to Jade if I need to as well. And then that's Jade's QR code, which is signed by the system. So if I want to share Jade's information with somebody else and she's not around, I can do that, but she will receive a message about that. So I mean, there's just a couple of things I want you guys to understand. This, first of all, it doesn't look that great, but the functionality's there. The primary functionality's there. The one of being able to make a call and not see each other's telephone number. The other option as well is to be able to delete your number and remove it from the other person's phone, and they can't contact you anymore unless they request you, and there's only 3 requests that are available. And alternatively, when somebody else shares your number with a third party and you're not there, you then get a request either accepting it or not. When you do, you get the information. I wanted to do that today, but I'm going to do another video that'll actually show that. And I think what I'm going to do is have a actual video camera to actually film the stuff. I've tried to capture this through a screen grabber, and that's how the video is put together, and then just use the camera on my phone to show you the other phone. The other thing is there's obviously the masking side of it, which is handled by Trilio. Trilio is a company who handles all the number masking for Uber, and we've got a trial account at the moment. We're obviously going to have to set up a proper account on that, and that'll get rid of the press option 1 now when you dial, because it's a trial account. It's not very expensive. It's not bad at all. We're just going through building the version and making sure it's correct before we commit to that contract. Yeah, so guys, that's pretty much it for now. Let me just show you the app info here. So application info. So there's Unity version 1.15. and we're probably going to be in a better position to actually launch this to the beta testers in the next week or two. Yeah, and then we can get the feedback of all the little quirks and the things that aren't working and the stuff that's not making sense to you guys and stuff. And if we get about maybe 20 or 30 users to test, we can get some really good feedback to just make it better. Obviously, we're not perfect at designing this. We can never cover every single scenario, so that's the main reason we want people to give us the feedback. All right, guys, so yeah, hopefully the next video will be a little bit better, but I just really wanted to show you guys that it's working. It's a super exciting time for us, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and I hope it made sense. And yeah, just give me your feedback, and thank you for your support, and I'll chat to you guys soon. All right, cheers.